It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from US Bank Stadium. Returning it from the 4. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for you? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy has the connection to Hawkinson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd down carry for Jones. He's contained at the line for no gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the 19. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. This one's caught. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. On play action now, McCarthy. Buying some time right. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Mason. Goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Down he goes, the Giants got to him. Good pressure from the defense there, has them trending in the wrong direction.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Smith able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Reichert set to kick this away. Gray now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game in the defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Russ now from the gun. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 3 on that gain. And the Giants will have a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Chased out to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I wish every fan could just get the perspective on the field. When you stand on the sidelines, you realize how fast this game is. And as a QB, you've got to understand. When you get that amount of time, you've got to get rid of the ball because this game moves in a hurry.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
He's on the move. He's running for it. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Minnesota all set to go for its 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Now it's McCarthy. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Giants football. Coming left is Tracy. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Wilson now from the gun. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it's going to be Vikings football. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up to the 27.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays on the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here's 2nd and 11. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going to run for it!
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. McCarthy looking to throw. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10, here's Jones. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Motion man right is Jefferson. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. On the carry, this is Jones. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants' side of the field. He gets them half of what they needed, so after a 7-yard gain, it's 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They send him left out of the slot. Going with Jones on the ground. He's got a gain of 6 there. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. He was brought down by Roy Robertson Harris. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Able to find Hawkinson. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. Pass is caught by Addison. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Second and 3 now. Back to the air, McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. The 40. Hits the 20. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Trying again after the pick, McCarthy. He beams one, deep right. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So we've reached halftime in Minneapolis with the Vikings out in front at the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, we saw a solid outing by the quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First down, here's Russ. Able to hit Robinson, complete. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Blitz coming, Russ. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Third down, 1 yard to go. Wilson now. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Connects with Johnson. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Finds his target, Robinson. And this one does not go far. Third and 4 coming up now. Wilson to throw again. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That one gains 7. And the Giants will have a first down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
On first down, it's Wilson. He finds Johnson. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he gets this forward to the 19. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach third down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Wilson on third down. That's caught for the first. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. A handoff to Tracy. And he only gets this one down to the 9. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. They go right back to Tracy. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Gano ready to send this away. Ty Chandler to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Vikings and receiver Jordan Addison getting set for this next drive. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion going left. On play action now, McCarthy. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
Putting a receiver in motion. This is Jones. Oh, the football's loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So that was holding on the offense, and a quick declination from the defense means this stands as a turnover. Wilson on 1st and 10. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Flush down now to his left. And he scores! It's a New York touchdown! The Giants capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Gano ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's into the hands of Moore. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They've got a man in motion. 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a 1st down.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's the Giants with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 27. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap for Wilson. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 35 out of that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You can't start a fire without a spark. Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. From the gun, it's Wilson. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Wilson now from the gun. Put the body on the line for his team. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll go left side with Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Tracy once more. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10. Russ is going to cook here. Gets this to Slayton. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for this. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser-used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue to push for the goal line.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. A give to Tracy up the middle. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on 2nd and goal.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Giants feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now a give left side. Still going past the 15. And they finally managed to get him down at the 23. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Able to get it to Moore. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. He'll look to throw it. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. Still one more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Back to throw. Hutchinson reels it in. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Has the connection to Hutchinson. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Buys time, rolling right. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.